Hey, it's your favorite bird Crow here, and today I have fun on this channel. Today I make a video worth some effort and talk about my favorite site on this entire beautiful thing we call the internet. Newgrounds. Now, Newgrounds, we all know it, we all love it. And if you don't love Newgrounds, you need to... I mean, try again. Definitely that one. So Newgrounds has been, always is and always has been one of the best hubs for creativity. Games, art, animation, music, voice acting, pretty much anything you can create on the internet is hosted there. All the things, all the good things you can like put on this fucking platform or on any platform. It's very creator focused. It's very individual focused. It's one of the few places left that is a bastion for individuality. And another thing that's also great about it is there's not many ads on there. And that's also partially because most of its support comes from users, because the site is that fucking good. And sure, like, you get they have to set benefits up for being supported and shit, but it's still people supported. The fact that a site is that good that people support it is saying something. And another great, like, piece of evidence or proof that is such a creator-focused and individual-focused site is the fact that the site's owner and founder, Tom Fulp, I love that guy, is a creator himself. He's made many games that I love and enjoy, along with others. From Pico Games to Stuff by Behemoth, a game company he helped found and works with as one of the programmers. And, well, look, while I'm not sponsored by them, even though I'd love to, and I'd absolutely rep their name just for the love of the game, I suggest supporting them. No other site does internet culture like them. And if you ask me, it's just, of all the sites to give your money to, don't give Discord your money for fucking Nitro. Give Newgrounds some money. They deserve it. They're keeping the internet and its culture alive to an extent. They have their own culture. They actually provide something to the internet rather than Discord giving you internet scammers and false bans. Anyway, that being said, let's dip our toes into all the ways that Newgrounds, like all the things that Newgrounds is great at and all the things that it does right. Many of the internet's most iconic animations have had their home on Newgrounds, but even if they don't, their creator, or animator actually is a better term, almost certainly spent their time or early part of their career on the site, or at least found their footing there. I can name many examples, but I think it's best to name a Newgrounds housed one. And for a lot of examples in this video, I'm gonna warn you, let you know now. I'm gonna pick ones that I personally like or feel attached to their work. So for the first example, for our art and animation example, a great Newgrounds housed, entirely Newgrounds focused, and I mean it's also on YouTube, but it's Newgrounds first always, is Madness Combat. It's an action-packed series, and where the story is done in this weird way where it's never stops. It keeps going. The action's going. Shit never slows down. It's gory. It's grotesque. And I can't not recommend it. It's fucking amazing. It's like John Wick, but with less of the buffer. I'm not dissing John Wick. That shit's great. But it's a really simple art style, but it's still detailed at the same time. It's a weird balance of really cool with its simple art style. Like, the simplicity is nice, but when you look hard enough, you notice all these cool details. And as the series goes on, you can see Crinkles' art style get better and better and develop. The way they do blood and gore is more right and accurate, but they keep this simplistic art style too. Like all the grunts, the weird gray faces with the lines on them. It's very cool. I'm gonna link Crinkles' page down below, by the way. You should absolutely check out their content. But mainly it's just Madness. But yeah, check out Madness. It's awesome. There's also a bunch of creators now on YouTube who started on Newgrounds that are very, very pivotal to the culture of YouTube. To name a few, we have Max Gilardi, also known as Hot Diggity Demon.
A straight white man.
Aaron Hansen.
A lot of fans keep sending me a small because they think that I'm a petite little boy. But I'm in fact a large fat man.
Meat Canyon, which don't fucking pretend you don't know Meat Canyon.
Good boy.
The entire Oni's play. Everyone who's ever been on Oni plays ever.
I hate this picture. I'm deleting it. Editor, don't show that.
And I guess I'll throw another in the ring. I'll throw David Firth if you're fucking weird and you like salad fingers. Very cool, weird shit. Just a lot of these people like intensely affected the culture of YouTube. And while it didn't stay great like Newgrounds has, without them YouTube would absolutely be a shell of itself. And many people on this like list still upload their animations to Newgrounds by choice. When YouTube is more popular, yet they still continue to put focus on uploading shit to Newgrounds. Some of them doing Newgrounds first and always have been doing so. It speaks a lot to how good Newgrounds is to their craft and how much they care about Newgrounds in response. It's a very healthy dynamic. And the rating and interacting systems are also set up better. So, and also animations seem to be pushed because on YouTube, you make an animation and it doesn't get anywhere. No one ever sees it. It sits there, it rots, it festers. You spend months upon months upon months on an animation only for it to get 5 views, 1 like, and some guy saying some shit that doesn't even relate to the video was like, Jesus loves you, under an animation, which doesn't help the animation at all and just kind of wastes time. But you go on Newgrounds, you throw an animation in the ring, and there's a good chance that you'll throw something in, you'll put you will put little effort in, you'll get a lot of attention. You'll put a lot of effort in, and you'll still get a lot of attention. You'll at least get attention for your posts, and it's very easy to cultivate an actual audience and a fan base on there. Trying to get notoriety and like starting on Newgrounds, the reason a lot of artists do that actually, and the ones that are blown up, it's a lot more effective than letting Google's gods and algorithm determine your fate. I think playing Pico Roulette arguably easier than having a video get more than 2 views on YouTube. That's why did I reference that fucking game? I think you have better chances of putting a toothpick in your toenail and kicking a brick wall and still having your toenail intact than getting a video to do well on YouTube. Meanwhile, on Newgrounds, it's just, you get an easy time, or a lot easier of a time, and you actually have a chance. There's at least fair odds. Moral of the story, if you want to be respected for your craft, animation, art, something like, stuff like that, I personally think Newgrounds is absolutely the best site for that. No question. The algorithm will actually look at your stuff. YouTube's won't. And if you feed it to Twitter, they give your art to AI and laugh at you and point and laugh. Putting your stuff on Blue Sky, it's like trying to go to my fridge to find a snack after I brought my wife home, bro. Fat women are still worth it though. Don't try to tell me they aren't. Now, this section might be a little shorter than the others, as I'm no expert in musicians on Newgrounds, but there are a good few artists, musical artists, who got their start and a lot of notoriety on the platform first, instead of other traditional music platforms like SoundCloud or Spotify or maybe even Bandcamp. But there's a lot of musicians who got their start on Newgrounds. I think I can easily start with Kawais. Right now, I know some of you are going to be like, oh, he's just the Friday Night Funkin' OST guy. And, oh no, beep boop bop beep. But no, there's other music he does outside of the game. And that's what I like to talk about. It's easy to split his music down the middle into 2 categories. If you exclude his F&F stuff. There are the ambient and instrumental tracks. And then there's his hyperpop stuff. If you like hyperpop, albums like Chucky Finster,
My friends, they're all trapped in computer screens. I miss them all. I want to tear it up.
or Star are really good, but Chucky Finster's really good. Chucky Finster is a very nice, like, concrete album about dealing with COVID, and it was released in, like, 2020, so very good part in that time, dealing with the social anxieties that come with it, dealing with the fear of getting sick and having all kinds of shit, like hypochondria as a result, and just all the fucking social anxiety and emotional turmoil that going through that time was, especially making you feel like if you already have depression and social anxiety and self-doubt, those things get amplified by the fact that you're, even if you weren't doing anything before, now you can't, even if you want to make those changes, so you dwell on it, and it's really good, and the music is also very well mixed. I mean, it's Kawaii Sprite, he's very good at that. The beats are good, the vocals are really good. It feels heartfelt and genuine, despite there being some shit posty parts of it. Love the album Chucky Finster, it's a really good listen. And if you like his ambient stuff, or ambient stuff, or his instrumentals, there's also a lot of those. That's actually the vast majority probably of his music. And I will admit that that's my least listened to part of his music, but I still fucking love that stuff. And in fact, I will recommend one of them, the 2020 Death album. Is really good, and I'm gonna admit to you now, probably half of this script was written listening to it. It has this weird kind of feel to it where it helps me focus. I don't know what my favorite track on that is, but I do like Breeze a lot. I do like Death Gasp, or 99 Death Gasp is the way it's formatted. A lot of that album's really good, but if you don't like that one, he has a few other good instrumentals. I mean, if you go back to like his older stuff, that's what most of that was. And it's all very well mixed, like I said with the other stuff before. And if we don't want to talk about just Kawaii Sprite, because that's my favorite of these artists, there are a few other artists you can be a fan of. And I'm going to list those off now for you. Some of these other artists that I like off Newgrounds that got their kind of start there. We have Waterflame. Maestro Rage. Paragon X9. Cicerin, I think I said that right. And Piercing Lazer. Now, I know most of these are known, and I know most of these from their appearances in a very specific game. But ignoring that, their music has been a part of my childhood, and I've listened to most of these tracks by them outside of, you know, the game I found them through, and they very much were impactful in my life. And hell, I'm certain you know some of these tracks too, whether from a YouTube video, the game itself, or just listening on your own time, browsing Newgrounds if you're a fan of Newgrounds and you're just stumbling upon my video just to watch it. Their music is really good, and you kind of hear it everywhere. You should absolutely listen to some of these people if you haven't checked them out already, or if you heard the sample that I put on screen or, like, you know, on the video, and you liked what you heard, please do go check them out. These artists very much deserve your attention. And I guess for an honorable mention to end off this chapter, while looking for, like, you know, musicians for this, I mean, or just kind of looking through, I was just trying to look at artists that I already knew so I could click their names back up, because I don't know most of them by name. I know most of them by sound. But an honorable mention, I was looking for music. I saw Soulja Boy apparently had put early beats posted on Newgrounds. I couldn't find any proof or, like, solid, like, actual documents of it. But so many people were talking about it like it was obviously true.
that, soldier boy.
Soldier boy, I got the new band for y'all called Soldier Boy.
So if I can find that, I'll put it on screen for you now. If I can't, I'll tell you that I can't. But there are a few musicians that I heard this about. I heard apparently Justin Bieber, which there was less people talking about that one. But yeah, Soulja Boy, I heard a few times people said that he posted his early beats on Newgrounds, which, if true, is absolutely awesome. And just another sign that Newgrounds is a cultural icon. It is a very pivotal site to internet culture. Voice acting. Voice acting is a beautiful craft, one that I really want to get into myself. And while finding work for it and finding roles in general, even for free, is really hard, there are quite a few voice actors who've made a name for themselves on Newgrounds. It's still not easy, don't get me wrong, but there is a whole bunch of voice actors trying to get work on Newgrounds and actively being part of the community thanks to that, and are getting a name for themselves. There are a lot of them who, there are a few of them who blew up, and there's a lot of them there that are trying. A lot of them, most of them, did other stuff on top of that. Not many of the voice actors on Newgrounds aren't multi-talented people. Some of them are animators on top of it. Some of them are programmers or this and that. They're doing something else. But one of my favorites, that I know of very well and dear to my heart, is Jeff Bandoline, better known as Johnny Utah.
Hey, this is a shout out to everyone too lazy to play the game and is watching this line in a YouTube compilation. Those Indonesians uploading these need to eat too, okay? Don't skip those ads.
Hey kid, you like candy? Because I have some in my tank here. My mom told me to never talk to assholes. Sorry.
You might know him as a few different things, an animator, an artist, hell, even a collaborator with the Friday Night Funkin' team, but he is also a voice actor. You'll hear his voice in quite a handful of animations, from unique to more respectable ones. And also his own character, Tankman, both in the series he made and his appearance in FNF, he voices both. And while I can't pull many rolls out of my ass for this, description in this little part of the script, something about Johnny Utah's voice is just really good. And even the parts that get cut out, like the bloopers, are just genuinely some of the most fun listening, things to listen to. I could spend hours watching them over. He makes every role he touches fun. He's a fun time. He's a great blast of energy. I don't know how else to put it. When he's on a roll, you know it's going to be fun. I mean, maybe I wouldn't script him for the most serious role, like a horror movie or something. But if I wanted a character to be fun, he is one of those people I'd reach out to. And there's a few other names that I can drop and tell you about that got big off of Newgrounds. Some of these names are Michael Kovac.
All right, Gangle. When we catch up to him, I'll jump over, crawl inside, and shoot him repeatedly until they're unrecognizable.
I feel like that violates some kind of convention.
You're violating my ears with your clapback. Get drive.
Kira Buckland.
The honor was mine.
And, I don't know, fucking Zach Hadel.
I think the biggest surprises are behind me. Dude, I warned you. I said I was going to do that if you did that again.
I kind of got short on this list, but he technically counts. I kind of wish I knew more about the voice acting scene on Newgrounds, and now that I'm recording this, I've realized, fuck, this is probably the shorter one. Actually, the music one was a lot easier for me. But the people that are there are awesome, and I'm new to voice acting, so I'm not as familiar with that circle as I thought I would be able to for this video, like the music one. But there are a lot of people there, and if you want to get voice work, Newgrounds is not a bad spot to start. It's actually a rather good, if you're doing anything creative, it's a good spot to start. But yeah, voice acting, there are people there. There are connections to be made, and there are people looking for more talented voice actors there. So absolutely, you'll be right at home on Newgrounds. Now, even if you don't really know anything about Newgrounds, there's no way you miss the games. The amount of influential indie games that have come from this site is so astronomically high that genuinely, if you haven't at least seen one of them, you're lying to me. You're lying to me. You absolutely have. And I'll name some. Some of them are going to be newer ones, but regardless, a lot of these are iconic names still. Pretty much every game by the Behemoth team. that is all Newgrounds people. Everyone who works on those games is someone from Newgrounds. And I mean, Tom Fulp himself is part of the team, you know, the founder of Newgrounds, like I mentioned earlier. Friday Night Funkin', which is a newer one and has somewhat brought new life, new people into Newgrounds, as well as kind of bringing some of the people from that were on Newgrounds back. I love what FNF has done for Newgrounds. I mean, it's not perfect, but it brought more life into a platform that I adore. The Binding of Isaac actually was also originally something with Newgrounds. Super Meat Boy, not that game specifically, but the original Meat Boy game was on Newgrounds. And as a fun bonus, actually, of games that I love, which some of y'all might have played, a lot of you should have seen, but not all of you, but a lot of you, the Henry Stickmin series. Which was made by, I think it was Innersloth, which is the same team who made Among Us, which is a very, very popular game. And if it weren't for Newgrounds and like a lot of other indie sites, that game probably, Among Us, would not have existed probably. The Henry Stickmin series is what really got actual attention and, you know, people to know about Innersloth. As a youngin', this is actually the part of Newgrounds that exposed me to its culture. I grew up playing games like Castle Crashers on the 360, and upon my first time playing it, I was fucking hooked. The game had this unique vibe and style that I couldn't escape. The style was simple, yet fun. It burned itself into my retinas. The songs wouldn't leave my brain. They were catchy, fun, perfect for the moods they were set in the game. And gameplay was just so amazing that honestly, I didn't know what the point of playing AAA games at the time was. I mean, it was just better. It was a smaller team and it was just easily better, and the small team wiped the floor with AAA companies. And being so impressed with it, I looked into it and found Newgrounds. I've browsed the site since I was a teen, and this is, again, the reason why. And even now, if you ignore like the classics, there are still so many games to play on the site. Like I named a modern Newgrounds game, FNF, but let's name some other games you can try on the site right now if you wanted to. Upbeat, it's a very good Punch-Out-like game. We have Bloodshot, which is a roguelike, I think it's a genre type, with bullets that can hurt you in your chamber. And it's kind of like you get upgrades, and some of them will bite you in the ass but give you more damage. And it's kind of a mix of knowing when to reload or spin your cylinder, what bullets to buy, and all that to get the best advantage. Any Stickman game ever, the Hobo series, all the Pico games, and you know what? On top of that, if you love old Flash games, guess what? A lot of those games are still relevant on Newgrounds. As long as you have a game you want to play and it isn't AAA slop that you're looking for, you could probably find it on Newgrounds with enough work. Many game devs also post their demos on Newgrounds before they finish the games, so you might be able to become a part of these games and have input if you just find them on Newgrounds and play them there and comment on them. You can have influence on games you love by just being on Newgrounds and playing demos there. It's great. It's a beautiful ecosystem that you don't really see much else other places. I mean, sure, you can go to Itch.io, but something about Itch.io is a lot less personal, and I guess it's harder to just browse Itch.io to find stuff. If you want to browse to find games, you go on Newgrounds, and it's better. It's a better platform for that, and I think it handles everything a lot better. With all of that out of the way, there's one thing I really want you to take away from this video. Newgrounds is easily one of the most beautiful sites on the internet. It's full of some of the best people on the internet too. Sure, there are some asswipes just like anywhere else, but something about that site will keep pulling me back. When the rest of the internet sucks, Newgrounds will shine like the Lucky 38 in Fallout New Vegas, with the rest of the internet simply being the fucking Mojave. It's like a river in a desert. It's like the last ace in a hand, man. It's everything you could want, even if everything else around you has been destroyed. I want to support the site however I can, and right now I'm not really financially sound. I will be at some point, but it'll take a bit. And until then, I'm going to support it via word of mouth. But that being said, you can. you can support this site that I love so much, and you can find a reason to love it yourself if you just give it a shot. Or hell, if you haven't used in a while, go back to it. Give it some more time. And for those who are still here, now that I've gotten all of that out of the way, I have some words. Genuinely from the bottom of my heart, thank you for listening to me ramble about this site I love so dearly. If I have any words, or if you have any words, I mean, to say about how Newgrounds has affected you or changed your life in some positive way, I will leave both my public Discord server and my Newgrounds account in the link in the description below for you to reach out, or you can just comment on this video. I'll try to reach you, your comments. Damn, I just spoke on myself. My videos don't usually blow up. I've had like a few exceptions, so I should see your comments, or if you go to my account, that was like the Discord or my Newgrounds account, I should see it. But if it does on the offhand blow up, yeah, I guess I'll probably be more responsive in my server or my Newgrounds. But I will try to reach you and try to say hi. So don't feel like weird or hesitant. Come say hi, talk to me about it. I love this site, and I will revel in any chance I have to talk about it more with people. With that, that's all I have to say. Crow out. Much love.